XIV. Greetings, one and all. Welcome back to the RP Geeks. I'm the Sonic Geek. Here with me again is Red Nova.
Hello.
And it is time for more Final Fantasy XIV. The Mad Dash continues.
Yep.
Come into my castrum, said the spider to the fly. Thanks to you, Biggs and Wedge are with us again. Now we must find a way to rescue Minfilia and the others. Gods know we've been kept them waiting too long already. Based on what we've learned, I believe it's safe to say they're being held at Castrum Sentry. So let us convene at Revenant's Toll in Mordona. 'Tis as good a place as any to prepare, and better than most. The road leading east, then south will get you there. When we arrive, let us seek the advice of the local adventurers, bound to learn a thing or two that will benefit our mission. Fortunately, I've already been there.
It's a quest split.
Oh boy. Hello, more donuts. And now cutscene.
Yeah.
Well, mesh friend, what brings you to Revenant's Toll? It's like this. Did I hear you rightly? Friends are being held captive at Castrum Sentry and you want to rescue them? I don't mean to discourage you, but that might prove difficult. Stronghold has been on high alert of late, with armored patrols seen about the perimeter around the clock. Even a fly could get within 100 yalms of the walls undetected. If the Garleans were alerted to our coming, we cannot know what they will do to Minfilia and the others. We must act with greatest stealth. Aye, it has to be good old-fashioned infiltration. But with security so tight, how are we going to smuggle ourselves in? I have a mind to walk through the front door. Huh? The front door? Aye, we'll disguise ourselves as Imperial troops and march right in. For this, we'll need a few sets of Imperial uniforms, a suit of Magitek armor, and impeccable timing. A bold strategy, but it just might work. Where we are, there's certainly no shortage of opportunities to borrow the equipment. Knowing those Imperial bastards, they won't even suspect that we savage Eorzeans would think to use their technology. And it's settled. If you're determined to go ahead with this, I'd recommend you speak with Glomment. Fellow's got a personal grudge against the Empire, and happens to know a deal about the Castrum Sentry besides. I've no doubt that he'd want to be of aid. Ida and I shall go reconnoiter Garlean activity at the Stronghold. It would not do if something were to befall our comrades before we had the chance to act. Enjoy this when you're ready, Harris. Let's do this. Sometimes I wonder, Ida, are there ever times when you're not enthused? I'm nothing if not enthused, Y'shtella. You're beginning to remind me of Papalymo. Hello, Glomment. Looking for Glomment, are you? Well, you found him, where we are. Looking to get inside Castrum Sentry, and you need my help? Something tells me we're going to get along just fine. Getting even with Garlemald. Do you have friends at Castrum Sentry want for rescue? A Slaffborn knows me too well. Aye, you can count on my help. I've got a score to settle with the Imperials, and I never pass on an opportunity to get back at the Horsons. But enough about me, let's talk strategy. Rescuing folk from captivity is right delicate business. Single oversight, just one little blunder, and it's all over. Can't leave any room for uncertainty. For starters, you need to confirm beyond the shadow of a doubt that your friends are where you think they are. Don't want to risk your neck only to discover they've been moved elsewhere. How can you find out, you ask? Following these instructions. If you approach the Sentry from the east, you'll see swampland to your left called the Tangle. Get in there, never mind all the marbles, navigate your way to the southwestern corner. Go upon some drainage pipes coming down from the Stronghold. Don't ask me how I know, but one of them leads back up to the command tower. But listening closely might be as you can eavesdrop on some of the happenings within. Once we know for certain your friends are there, we'll move to the next stage of the operation. Get going and Godspeed. Oh boy, eavesdropping. You can see the... Almost looks like they're putting on a laser light show from here. While I'm on my way, an interesting thing to note is that apparently Mordona didn't always look as it does now. Yeah, apparently when they started, it was just a bunch of tents and such. It's not the only place in the game that's done that either. Like, I was around, like, midway through the reconstruction of Idleshire. I remember when the Poetics vendors were just, like, camping out under the sky. Where that big-ass building was there. Also, if you're playing Blue Mage, this is a great spot to get the Bad Breath skill.
Yeah.
Morbals everywhere.
Yep.
Clear out the bugs first.
Hey, learn the emote Imperial Salute.
Nice. Faint sound of conversation echoes down the pipe. What of the captive? Does she still refuse to speak? May as well be at deaf mute for all the information we've gotten out of her. The others aren't much better. Yellowzin gets on my nerves most of all. Every time he opens his mouth, it's only to spout gibberish.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Frickin' Ariange. I do wonder, why is the Tribunus so obsessed with this Minfilia woman? They say she possesses some mystical power, something we Garleans don't have. Mystical power? Like the kind the Beastmen use? How am I supposed to bloody know? If you're so curious, why don't you ask the Tribunus yourself? As well try to tumble her. I like my head where it is, thank you very much. Break is over. Best we get back to our stations. Footfalls grow fainter until all is silent. Oh, that confirms that. Let's go up here and hang a U-turn. Hey, thanks for the visor.
Oh,
I didn't see that teleport offer there.
yeah, doing that part of this section where kill Imperials and get their helms and uniforms.
It is good to see you again, Harris. I'm given to understand you have conducted some reconnaissance. Tell me, what were you able to learn? So Minfilia and the others are indeed at Castrum Sentry. Presence thus confirmed, we may proceed with the mission. While you were afield, Sid took the liberty of devising a plan of action. Pray you have the details from him. Alright, so what's the scoop, boss? Work, Harris. As Alphonso has already told you, we plotted out a course for rescue. The gist of it is unchanged. We disguise ourselves as Imperial soldiers and infiltrate the stronghold. Laument is looking into ways to procure a suit of Magitek armor. In the meantime, I need your assistance for some preparation of my own. And Philly and the others are counting on us, Harris. Let's not keep them waiting any longer than necessary. Rounding out the voices.
Oh yeah, I think this part was also changed too, what I'm doing right now about repairing the uniforms. I think back in the past you actually had to take them to the other separate places in other city-states and already get them fixed instead of doing it here now.
Maybe. It's been long enough that I don't actually remember.
Yeah. I think it was the armor that repairs the helmets and whatnot, or maybe even both, but I probably doubt it.
Well,
helmets.
Yep. While Glaumentus goes about devising his plan, we need to see some preparation of our own. We wouldn't do if the Imperials were to discover that they're short on armor. To prevent this from happening, I'm going to put together a makeshift communications jamming device. If explanation is like to get a bit technical, so bear with me. Imperial forces communicate at a distance via electromagnetic waves. We put voices are born upon etheric lightning energy that permeates the air. Now, the hillside's cluster of corrupted crystals to the west has been observed to amplify the selfsame energy. By making use of this property, we should be able to drown out Imperial voices. To ensure that we have enough amplification, we must identify the most potent crystals among the cluster. For this, I need you to go there and use this device to take readings. I'll mark the likely places on your map. And just so you know, plasmoids are drawn to lightning energy. Don't be surprised if you run into a few. Oh yeah, the split quest.
Yep.
Acting the part. Clean the wax out of your ears now, because there's something I want you to do by way of preparation. Plans to have you enter the Castrum Sentry all decked out in Imperial duds. A disguise is more than just the clothes you're wearing. Also gotta act the part. At the very least, you need to know how to perform a convincing Imperial salute. First impressions are everything, as they say. I could teach you the salute myself, of course, but it's best you learned it from the expert. So get yourself near as you dare to Castrum Sentry and watch the Imperials doing what they do. And away we go. Aye. Yep. Beep, 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 beep. First set of readings. I apparently missed one. What the heck? Oh. Need to go around to the other side. Oh boy, more plasmoids.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Hi.
It. Climber off.
Yep. Right.
1 minute.
Now for the other one. Just immediately get into a fight.
Yeah.
Fellow incense?
Yep.
There we go. Nothing to report, sir. You've received an anonymous warning that insurgent forces are near. We must redouble our vigilance. I shall recommend that patrols be increased. Back we go. So, did you manage to learn the Imperial salute? No. Best you don't demonstrate. I'm liable to fly into a rage and crack skulls. I'll just take your word for it. Thing at a time. You have the readings? Excellent. Here, let me see the numbers. Here you go. Yes, 4 of these crystals should suit our purpose, though I pray we won't have need of their power. Thanks, Harris. Take the money. Sark Malark.
Duty complete.
We're called Harris Elish, yes? I've heard of your plight from my friend Glaumant. As fellow adventurer and son of Eorzea both, I would offer my assistance. In order to infiltrate Cashroom Sentry, you and your comrades must disguise yourselves as Imperial soldiers. The question is how to go about acquiring the uniforms and helms. There are places a man might purchase them, but individuals who deal in such wares are not the sort to whom you'd entrust your secrets. Be more prudent, I believe, to procure what you need via traditional means, from the bodies of their recently deceased owners. Fortified area before Cashroom Sentry never lacked for Imperial patrol. Not take long to obtain 3 sets of gear, for each member of the infiltration team, Biggs, Wedge, and yourself. When you have what you need, please return here and allow me to inspect the spoils. And away we go. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, frog, lizard, whatever. I want to hit on the slot and then remembered, oh yeah, I don't have that unlocked yet. Bam. And kabam. Oh, hey. You have a thing you need. Friend? have returned. Were you able to obtain 3 sets of Imperial equipment? Well, yes, I have. Damaged, as I had suspected. In the present condition, I fear these uniforms and helms are like to draw suspicion. They must be repaired, if only superficially. Fortunately, the blacksmith Eginolf at the Diamond Forge in Rowena's House of Splendor should be able to hammer them into shape in no time. I've already sent word ahead and have been assured that he is expecting you. Or not, we have already impressed upon him the need for utmost secrecy as to the nature of your mission. Much appreciated. Got someone here with a frickin' Rathalos mount. Hello. So you're the adventurer Sark Malark sent, are you? Waiting for you. Let's see what you got for me. Here you go. I see. Yes, I reckon I can hammer these back into shape for you. After all, I owe your friend Sark Malark a favor or two. Took good care of old Eginolf back in the days before I fell in with old Rowena, he did. Do you know he's the son of one of the wealthiest families in the Sultanate? I don't expect someone like that to end up in the life he did, but I suppose he always felt the venturer's life calling him. But here we go blabbing on when there's work to be done. Just hold your horse birds for a moment or two, and the great Eginolf will have your gear looking good as new. 1 hour later.
Yeah.
And there we have it. Won't do you much good in battle, mind you, but from what I hear, that's not your priority anyhow. You send Sark Malark my regards, will you? Alright. You had the uniforms and helmets repaired? Sure did. Yes, these will serve beautifully. The great Eginolf never fails to impress. The quality of these repairs would fool even a legatus. Once equipped, you should not have any trouble blending in amongst the Imperial forces. Lest you fear the Garleans might detect your foreignness. Foreigners, in fact, form the greater part of the Garlean invasion force of Eorzea. You see, when the Empire subjugates new territory, it assimilates the people of that land into its armed forces. In turn, these conscripted forces are sent to subjugate faraway lands. In this way, Garlemald nips rebellion in the bud and expands its territory in one fell stroke. With that, my part in your mission is done. I am full glad to have been assistance to your cause. Why would I, a wealthy merchant, wish to help you? I know not where you heard such a tale, but believe me when I say I am but another humble adventurer, and who desires only to act in the best interests of the realm. Fool me twice. The camera's freaking out. Good work getting them Imperial duds. You'll be pleased to hear I ain't been idle myself. Took me long enough, but I finally hatched a plan to get us a suit of Magitek armor. Now, from what I've seen, Catherine Sentry deploys a Reaper for most of its patrols. The latest patrols themselves are irregular, meaning random routes and random deployments. Hardly any of them come anywhere near Revenant's toll. So, hoping to coax the Imperials out of their shells, I took the liberty of feeding them a bit of false intelligence. Told them insurgents had designs on their stronghold. Ain't far from the truth, now I think of it. Any road, we should start seeing more patrols than we have up till now. What you need to do is approach one of these patrols dressed up in your shiny tin suit and alert them to the enemy's presence. If you've done that, you want to lure them as near to Revenant's toll as you can. Like as not, though, they'll be wary of venturing far from their own wall. If they do need a bit of extra encouragement, use this smoke signal here. Feels fresh from an Imperial scout. They'll come running when they see that. When the cavalry arrives, you hit them hard and make off with the Reaper. What was that? If I ain't mistaken, there's a patrol sweeping the perimeter right now, so run along, eh? Oh, and don't forget to salute. Off we go to find this person. Follow the road. Gotta cool it, night.
There.
God, go away. Party for duty, sir. Carry on, soldier. Insurgents gathering to the east, you say? Judging by your description, they are well beyond the perimeter, but I will not have it said that I was remiss. You, return to the scene and keep an eye on those insurgents. If it ought to go awry, use your smoke signal to call us. That was way too trusting. Here we go. Here's that solo instance.
Yep. I'm in the one after that. Or done with the one after that.
Nice.
40. Gotta get some Imperials around 40.
Hope you don't mind my joining. Seeing as we're using advanced weaponry, I thought it best to be on hand. Ah, there she is. This is the place. Where's the enemy? Sir, over there! What up, fuckers? Send in the Reaper. Let us make an example of these insurgents. Fortunately for you guys, I'm a tank.
Hey, about speed has increased in Mordora.
Woo! Aha! Duty complete. At last, our very own suit of Magitek armor. Not wishing to look a gift chocobo in the beak, but it does seem rather the worse for wear, doesn't it? Yep, may have gone a little overboard. Biggs, Wedge, what is your honest assessment? Well, there's the fact that she's smoking, of course. But looking past that, I'd say she was structurally sound. I don't like the way these legs are buckled. I hate to say this, but the servo mechanism may be damaged. Aren't those things protected by Ilm-thick armor plate? They are, yes. It's odd. The casing doesn't seem to have taken a blow. I suspect we're dealing with a faulty part. And whatever it is we're dealing with, we're not resting till it's fixed. Now, 1 week of sleep. You got that, Wedge? Oh, name Heart Chocobo. I heard that. A hall has been set aside for our use in Revenant's Toll. That's where we'll carry out the repairs. Look for us there, Harris. Yes, sir. She just tosses him. Whee! By the way, yes, these are the same Magitek things from Final Fantasy VI.
Yep. Yes, they are. Want more proof of it? Actually have around when you get his amount and hear what music plays.
Yep. I love how the thing was walking away like it was limping on one leg. This game makes a lot of reference to the other Final Fantasy games.
Yep.
Like the Dancer has its own theme, and it's one of the songs from Final Fantasy IX. Magitek armor? Zed and the others took it inside. Go on in and join them. Proceed to the workshop. Yes, please. We now had time to take a closer look at the Reaper. Our preliminary diagnosis was correct. She's structurally sound, but her servo mechanism is faulty. You needn't worry, though. We'll see her restored to her former glory in no time at all. They'll do something to mend, and they will think of naught else till the job's done. It's a marvelous thing to behold, provided you remind them to visit the privy. I'm ashamed to say I have had a couple moments like that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us. If you liked this video, leave a like and a comment. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe and the bell, and we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.